Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It has been since a long time we haven't connected, no new video has been posted. But now we are going to be regular with our new updates, new course, new topics to discuss and everything. So today we are going to venture a little bit about a new world which we are going to explore, that is electronics. And in the electronics, we have a very trustworthy component known as breadboard. It's not something which you can eat, it's a very basic component, very handy component, something which you can see looks like this. So we are not only going to talk about lunchtime to be precise, but we are going to talk about how to use the breadboard and even build a simple circuit together in all way that makes our electronic journey a breeze. So let us consider one thing, that this will be a completely a playlist for a electronic course which we are going to cover first. Secondly, breadboard is going to be the primary component which you are going to use regularly over here. So I would suggest, if you have not known about what is a breadboard or something, I would suggest please let it know that what breadboard is in this particular video. So what's breadboard in electronic world, if you ask? Okay, forget the soldering iron and all. So for example, if you know that we connect different various components with each other, and the basic common method which we know is soldering. Soldering requires a soldering machine and a soldering wire, which looks something like a metal wire, which you can see on the screen as well. Okay, but here comes the picture. Breadboard does not require the concept of soldering. You can use this particular breadboard to create your own prototypes. For example, you can also use this breadboard to create your small circuits, testing them, knowing about the components and everything. So that is what it does. Unlike permanent soldering circuits, a breadboard lets you play around freely. Imagine a plastic tray filled with tiny holes. These are your connection points. But here's the cool part. Their holes are cleverly wired underneath the board to make electrical connections much more easier. So as you can see over here, this particular holes are the one which we'll be using to connect the components, and these are internally connected. So we call that word as sorted, to be precise. So there are these holes, some are vertically sorted, some are horizontally sorted. So we will understand that as well in this particular video. Now, how do we use this particular tool? If you ask me, a component, the holes are organized in rows and columns, as I said, vertically sorted and horizontally sorted. So over here, think of rows as electronic highways running side by side, allowing components to connect horizontally. Columns, on the other hand, act like vertical bridges, connecting components stacked on top of each other. This lets you build circuits simply by popping components and their legs into these holes. So the side railing, we can say that, are basically horizontally sorted, which, as I said, acts like a highway, and the one which are vertically sorted, which are divided into two parts. So this is the part A and part B. These are vertically sorted in a columnary format. So this is to be very clear. So for example, if you are passing an electricity or a current in the first hole, in this particular hole, it will pass through the entire one set of column, and similarly goes with the rows. So you have to be very clear in this particular case what you want to connect and what connection or what power is going through it. So ready to put your knowledge to the test, let's try something out. So let's build a basic circuit to build up an LED. We will use just three components: an LED, resistor, and a battery, which will be the power source. So you can use that over here, and the main primary component, the fourth component, I'm not highlighting it, but that's the default one which we have, that is the breadboard. So ready to put the knowledge over here. So the first thing is that we'll be connecting the resistor. Okay, pop it into the breadboard with one leg in the hole, and the let's take the positive one over here. Think electricity pickup zone kind of thing. So that will be done, and the other leg in an empty row. Now grab your LED, its positive leg, which is the anode. Usually the longer one goes into the same row as the resistor. Second leg, creating a connection. Okay, so the remaining shorter leg of LED, which is the cathode, goes into the empty hole on the negative rail, and the electric basically drop off point. So why I am saying the word pickup point and drop off point, to be precise, is, as we know, electricity travels through the circuit and it follows a path. So you have a pickup point, so where the electricity starts, you have a drop off point where the electricity stops. So in this particular case, it starts from a positive end, ends at a negative point. So you have to always be very clear and very sure that electricity will flow from positive end, go towards the negative end, which will be the ground, which has zero electricity power over there. So it neutralizes the power, to be precise. So here's the pro tip, if you ask me. To prevent electrical mishaps, always insert your components first, then make the connection. This helps prevent accident, short circuits when electricity takes an unintended path and can damage your components. So always make sure first you basically insert your components first and then make the circuit clear by adding it the battery at the end. So if you do not do that while you are building your circuit with the battery inside, you will get, as it's a very low voltage, that is hardly we are using couple of voltage, so you won't get a current kind of a thing. But if you use it on a physical device, over here I am doing a simulation to explain you. So if you do it on a physical device, the component will start turning little bit hot, warmer, or increase in temperature, and eventually it will blast your LED, or it might basically short circuit it. Not exactly blast, but a small burst kind of thing of LED will happen, which will basically destroy your component. So you have to be very clear that do not connect your circuit or keep connecting your battery to the breadboard while building the circuit. This is a very bad thing to do it, so please avoid it. By the end of this video, you have also unlocked a fundamental tool of electronics world. Breadboards are perfect platform to experiment, build, and your circuits in a confidence and turn your electronic dreams into reality. So grab your breadboard, fire up the creativity, and get ready to explore. Also, if you want to buy this breadboard or something, I am attaching the link of Amazon or something which you can buy and get it delivered to yourself. Also, you can get these components available in the readily in the electronic shops. If not, I will also mention the links for that in the description, so you can buy it from there. And for any other queries, you can please ping me. So you have my channels over here to ping. You can also connect me on the Instagram if you want, and hope so you understand what the breadboard is, and see you in the next video.